So I made this up this bigger one. It's a bit longer. It's a bit longer than the other one. Oops! I made this. Put it on this other stand I've made as well, but it's a bit. Yeah, it's not perfect. It kind of works. So the got another stand as well for a magnifying glass, which is this thing over here. I don't know if you can see that, but so put my magnifying glass on there so I can see things closer up. But so far it works really good, but I've run out of wire, so I've recycled, repurposed some wire. I took this wire off of another bobbin, which is, yeah, there's not a lot there, so it's really just mainly to test my coil winding. But if there's no shorts on it, because you see the problem was the super glue that I'd used before, some of it's still on the wire, so I had to try and clean it off with acetone, and it snags up occasionally, but it does work. It actually winds coils really fast as well. It's a lot smoother than my other coil winder. Occasionally I have to just nudge it up a bit because until this arm gets lined up properly. We're talking about fractions of a millimetre usually when it's not quite lined up, but yeah. So once I get going, I can wind a lot of wire a lot quicker. It's a lot easier than trying to guide it by hand and eyeball, and you know what I mean, and works pretty well. So I'm just checking the camera to see what the camera, yeah, actually the camera angle is not very good, I know. Let me just see if I can put the camera on the other side. Just a minute. This camera holder is a little bit I'm trying to get some more USB lead, because this holder is better because the keep the charger connected. So let me see where I can angle it. See if I can do it. Oops! I don't think I've got it level here. Just a minute. Right, so let me try and get this. Right. Right, I'm trying to give you a good view of what's going on. Right, I'll just wind it with one hand. I'll put my finger on here so it doesn't move around so much. So tomorrow hopefully I can get some more wire ordered. As I said, this wire is recycled, so it's not perfect. It's got some blips on it, some bits of super glue and crap. I tried to clean most of it off, but you never know. There might be a bit somewhere on there. I think that one I think it just slipped a bit there. It's usually if I lose tension on a wire, that's when it goes a bit cocker. And because I'm doing it with one hand, it's a bit difficult to maintain tension. But yeah. Oops. As you can see, it's oh look, there's a bit of crap on the wire. Look, you can probably see it there. It's a bit of the it's a bit of that white plastic stuff that was from the previous wind. It was stuck to the wire, but it's still going. Look, it seems to have knocked me a little bit out of alignment. Well, yeah, there's a bit of crap still around here. It works pretty well. So every now and then it just needs a little bit of a nudge when you lose tension. My wrist is aching at this funny angle. I can see what the problem is. It's this arm wants recentering a bit. So I was trying to record a whole session of winding one row really, but I started it out prior to going live, so my wrist is killing me. After a while I get kind of strain on my wrist with turning like this. So usually when I get to the end of the bobbin, that's when I put a layer of tape on there. It's hard to see without my magnifying glass, so I'm just going to bring my magnifying glass over the top to see what's going on. I'm going to cast a shadow, unfortunately. I don't know if you can see anything right now because I'm just using my magnifying glass. As soon as I get to the end, I think that's pretty much the end of that row. So I'll move the camera, the phone, because I have to put tape on, and I'll show you the process anyway. So what I normally do is I've got this bit of I've got some tape. That's one row. I'll just move it out of the way. I need to draw a line. I'm gonna cut this. Where's my pen gone? Right. So I'm using paper actually. It gives me a nice smooth flat surface. It's not high voltage stuff, so I can use paper. And it's not going to get, it's only for generating low current voltages, so right, so I'll just do that. Get some super glue. I can't remember now how long I want it actually. Just a minute. Let's work it out. I think I need to be down to this line, this dot here. Whoops. Well, it's too wide. Shouldn't be. Right. A bit more super glue on there. Right. So next row now, pretty much. Let me see if I can get the camera to another angle. Don't know if you can see. Let's see if that's an angle you can see anything at. Well, not really. Seems to be better over here. Well, it's not a perfect angle. I just want to get started. I need to bump this to the end and then start again. I'll try and get the camera around here. Right. I've knocked this now. Not lined up properly. Right. Just a minute. Oh, I know what it is. It's my tensioner. I need to adjust my tensioner slightly. Which way does it want to be? Right, that was the wrong way. That's better. It's drifting in a bit at the moment. This is always a trick when you start from the end, until it settles down a bit. No. I haven't got it lined up yet. Superglue's probably gone and stuck it. That's probably what it is. I just didn't use the start wire to be right up against the end, and there. I'll let the start turn. For this row. Where's my nylon tool gone? There you are. Using a nylon tool because it doesn't damage anything. It's important to get it started right, otherwise every turn after that will be cockeyed. Right, I think I'm in line. That'll have to do. What usually happens is you end up with a slight slope on the ends. It's either sloping up slightly and it keeps tracking inwards a bit, and that's what I'm just trying to overcome at the moment. I'll just do 1 or 2 more turns and I'll push it up. It's not really tight, so if I put more tension on it I wouldn't be able to do this, so I've got just the right amount of tension on it really. Right. God, it's warm. It's always warm when I'm live streaming, I don't know why. Yeah, this is, let me think, this is the second row. Probably didn't get my paper on very flat either. Right, we should be good now. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay now. Drifting off camera, I can see. There's not a lot of wire left on this recycled spool wire, so I have got a little bit more wire, but it's 34 SWG, so I'm probably going to have to solder them together, and because I mean it's only for testing anyway. I do need to push this along a bit if I can, because I've got a few gaps. So I put it on paper. It's a lot easier to do this. If it was on that plastic stuff, it just doesn't want to slide. Normally you don't get gaps, but I need to make an adjustment for the blade that rests on the thing. I need to make a slight offset adjustment on it somehow, instead of having to bend it. It's not normally doing this, it's just I don't know what's going on with it right now. Probably haven't got enough back tension. See if I can increase the back tension on there a bit. Well, the first row was perfect. It seems to be it's because of this arm at the back. This arm, if it's pulling slightly one way, it tends to keep everything in check. So at some point I'm going to put a this arm, it's like I call it my crane arm. I can basically, if I can make this, actually if I make it tighter, yeah, I'll tighten up that screw on it. Where's my screwdriver gone? Tighten the screw up on it, I can make it easy to, right, that's better. So if I pull it slightly this way, it will keep this arm more tractioned on the left. That's better. So the arm will do that, will correct for the, you know, to keep the wire snugly wound. Yeah, that's better. Still, I can push it up a bit to compensate for those gaps I got earlier. I haven't got much back tension on it. I can tell it's pretty loose. I need to take that tissue out. That's what I need to do. Take this tissue paper out of here. I had too much tension earlier, so I stuck this in and... Right, that should increase the tension a bit. Oh, I see, it's come out of that. Oh, it's come out of my thing. That's why it's gone all loose. My cable, my wire guide thing, that explains everything. It came out of the slot. Right. Let's just turn it around because I can't see what I'm doing. Right, that should give me some tension back of it. Oh yeah, I've got loads of tension now, probably too much. We'll see. Yeah, there's a lot more tension now. I use a rubber band to create friction on the wire at the back end here, and it slows down. It gives me, it tightens the wire up a lot more. Oh, that's slick. Oops, that's jumped. There's a void under that paper, and it's yeah, it's dropping into that hole, the crack. Oh well, I'll just fill that crack up with the wire. Oops. Right, that's that other row done. Ooh. Right, okay, so yeah, so we've done 2 rows. I think that's about it really. You see how it works. I've got to put paper, another layer of paper on, and try and get 2 more rows. I don't think I'm going to have enough wire on my spool. I don't have enough on there. I'll probably get another row, and that's probably it, and I'll have to solder some extra wire on and to extend it. If I can get another bobbin out of this, I'll have enough bobbins to make another set, because I've got three bobbins here. I've got 2 here, and I only need 1 more to make a set of 6 coils. So if I can get this one done, that will work. I'll probably have to switch over to 34 SWG because I've got some 34. Not much 34 left, but I've probably got enough. I mean, it won't make much difference to jump from 32 to 34. But yeah, it's only experimental anyway. We'll see. But you never know. I might have enough on this spool for another row. or 2. Anyway, phone's getting probably hot. So I'll pick phone up off its thingy and that's where we are at the moment. Not a bad job for automated winding. I made some pins. I stuck some nails in the these little rings that hold everything together. When I want to take the bobbin out, I just pull the pins out and twist these rings and slide the bar out, and then it releases the bobbin. Anyway, that's it for now. Ah, come on, focus.